I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft, and before we get to today's question, I just learned that our very own Mr. Kessler is going to be performing live at the Grand Hotel in Mount Vernon, Ohio this Thursday at 7 p.m., where, if I understand correctly, he will be impersonating the comedic British actor Peter Sellers. Mr. Kessler, can you give us an example of just how your impersonation will look?
Sure. Hello, I'm Peter Sellers. What are you doing here? It's a work in progress.
Yes, well, it would have to be. Moving on to today's question, it comes to us from Tor, who would like to know my thoughts on the creative output of two comic books writers, Peyo and Hergé. Now, Peyo is famous for creating Les Schtroumpfs, known in the English-speaking world as the Smurfs. Now, chances are you know the Smurfs because of the television programs or films or lunchboxes or all manner of associated products. But the original material, the bande dessinée, were surprisingly sophisticated. In one of the very earliest stories, The Black Smurfs, we see perhaps the beginning of what will become the entire zombie genre. And then there was one particular story that struck me, King Smurf, which was both a brilliant parody of the human political system as well as a dire warning for the rise of authoritarianism. Yes, Smurfs are more than just blue little men. They are devastatingly poignant. And then, of course, there's Hergé, who's most known for the adventures of Tintin, or Tintin, or as it's pronounced in colder climes, Tonton. Tintin, of course, is a journalist who is plucky and adventuresome and goes on all sorts of adventures and mysteries, uncovering grand conspiracies, touching on the supernatural. They're these wonderful travelogues that take the reader along on all sorts of, if at times poorly researched, trips into different parts of the world. But more than that, Hergé had profound impacts on how comics would be written. He had one particular technique where when Tintin was moving forward, when he was having great success, he would be facing to the right. So as the reader is reading from left to right, it's as if they're progressing with him. But when Tintin was facing setbacks or was getting into trouble, he would face left. Again, very simple but very clever. All of these writers did remarkable work in helping shape not only how people read comics and understand comics, but pop culture in general. Of course, none of that matters because they are of that accursed race of Belgians, so it's as if they didn't do anything at all. Shame, really. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with Messrs. Goscinny and Uderzo. Oh, these Romans are crazy. As always, I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Thank you.